Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Roundup of Plants We Love But Don't Know Why for May of 2026. This month's theme is family favorite flowers. Members of my family have been growing flowers for generations, and it seems everybody has their own unique favorite flower to grow. Honestly, my family is the whole reason I even got into plant science and started this journey into the wonderful world of plants. So, in a way, I felt it was fitting to explore some of their favorite flowers. With that said, let's do a quick recap of each plant and then total up the average rad rating for this month. First up is pansy, and this is my mom's mom, my grandma's favorite flower. This year, she actually started to grow her own pansies from seed, so it's been cool to see her on that journey. I've been trying to get her to save seeds from the flowers she's grown to use next year, but we'll see what happens with that. Overall, though, pansies are a beautiful flower. I love the little details they have in the petals, that make that kind of face to them. They're honestly, those early blooms help you shake off those winter woes and can be a tasty treat when used correctly as a garnish in some dishes. Next is morning glories, my dad's dad, my grandfather's favorite flower. I mentioned in the Plants We Love But Don't Know Why write-up that he was actually in his local paper because his morning glories along his front fence were so beautiful. I was trying to find that article and the picture to share with you guys, but I haven't found it yet. Overall, though, the trumpet-shaped morning glory flower is a really beautiful flower, and it makes getting up a little bit earlier to experience it totally worth it. However, they do have a bit of a tendency to get out of control if not planted in a proper space or cared for in a proper way to keep them contained. But their reseeding ability is awesome, and if you have a spot to support them, I highly recommend planting them. The fence line where I live, a few years ago, I planted those with morning glories, and ever since then, I've been seeing new plants in the spring. It seems they pop up every year without me having to do anything, which has been a total benefit. Sunflowers, my mom's favorite flower. A lot of people love sunflowers, and it's kind of to the point where it's almost cliche to say they're your favorite. But honestly, that contrast between those yellow rays and the dark discs make them such an iconic and lovable flower. I thought it was awesome to go down that rabbit hole of the whole sunflower head being an inflorescence or a collection of much smaller florets, and rather than just one big large flower. When you talk about sunflowers, you always got to mention the incredible heights they reach. Those are some monumental sizes that they can get up to, and is really the reason behind why so many cultivars are labeled as mammoth sunflowers. Last up, garden geraniums, my dad's favorite flower. My dad is a huge mentor to me in life, and more specifically in plants, so that's why we save the best for last. Garden geraniums, though, are at a bit of a crossroads in their botanical life. Their genus was changed, so they're not a true geranium, and this was mainly due to their native range, their flower symmetry, and the overall hardiness of the plant. But that doesn't stop us from loving them with those great blooms and that cool band pattern on their leaves. Here we are at the rad rating average. Some really close scores this month, with pansies and morning glories having the exact same score of 7.8 out of 10. Then you have sunflowers at 8.1 out of 10 and garden geraniums at 8.0 out of 10, which gives the theme of family favorite flowers an average rad rating of 7.9 out of 10. I thank you very much for joining us here at the Wonderful World of Plants Roundup for May of 2026. You can see the full write-ups for each of these plants, including a breakdown of the exact rad ratings on our Substack. The link will be in the description as well as in our bio. Each month has a theme. For the first 4 weeks of that month, we will cover a new plant for that theme. Then on the final week, we will do a plant roundup, just like this one, where we reveal the theme and give a quick overview of the plants and then average out the rad ratings. Follow us on Instagram at Wonderful World of Plants for updates. Check out our weekly writings on Substack and look here on YouTube for our monthly deep dives. And remember, plants are way cooler than they let on.